excited for this week. New Year's is my favorite. My favorite. Not just Christmas, but New Year's. I kind of bunch it into one big season because New Year's always makes me feel like new beginnings, right? You can start totally fresh. Make amazing goals. Pick a song. I feel like songs are so powerful. And create positive affirmations and tell them to yourself, at least 5 to 10. And tell them to yourself daily. So let's start at number 1. Number 1, I vote that when you make a list of goals that you want to do for the year, you create this strong foundation for the year because you have to write it down, otherwise they don't count. And then you have to speak them out loud because a lot of times when you speak something out loud, it's very powerful. And so creating a list is awesome. If you don't create a list, it's just a wish or a hope, a dream flying by. Because when you write it down, it's like not finite, but it's kind of like, solidified essentially. Where you're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to create this goal. Like one of my goals, or actually a few of my goals, are like, I want to go to the temple, something my church does. I want to go to the temple and make those covenants there over and over and over again and be reminded of the covenants that I've made. I want to feel that spirit and that peace and that love. I want to say my prayers because I really suck at saying my prayers and reading my scriptures daily. So I want to do that daily. And I want to focus more on teaching my kiddos like this amazing gospel that we're a part of. And I want to teach them that love and charity and kindness is what brings peace and love to the world, obviously, because love is love. But I want them to also learn that when you give of yourself, you're serving your Father in heaven. And I think that's a very valuable gift that I can give them and a lesson I can teach them throughout their whole lives. I also want to rank up in my business. I want to, I'm joining this Renew You challenge that we're doing for my business or with my company. And it's really good. I'm excited because I don't really want to lose weight. As you can tell, I don't really need to. But I do want to encourage myself to create healthier habits because I'm not always the cleanest eater, which is probably surprising to a lot of y'all, but I'm not always the cleanest eater, and I hurt my knees a while back, so I can't work out the way I'd like to. So I'd like to learn like different things I can do to help keep my body in the shape I want it to be in, so that way I'm building a foundation of strength, essentially, and I can keep going with what I need to go to and what I want to do. Because my goal in life is to run a marathon. So, like, that's one of my big things. I'd like to run at least one. I have a friend who's running a marathon in every state in the U.S. How amazing is that? I am completely jealous because I never would have even thought about that. But what a goal to have. Like, seriously, that's amazing. So my life goal is just to run at least one. I would like to run one. And then, let's see. Another goal I have for the year is to, I want to make everyone I come in contact with to feel valued. I want them to feel loved and valued, and I want them to feel like they have a place, whether it's with me or with my family or, I don't care. I just want you to feel like you're valued and like someone wants you there. And then, what else? I think that's pretty much it. I have a lot. It's okay. Because I feel, like I said, if you speak them out loud, you're more likely to accomplish them. And I want to accomplish these goals. These are something that I have another goal. I just remembered. I want to read the Book of Mormon before General Conference. And if you don't know what the Book of Mormon is, go to LDS.org or LatterdaySaint.org. I think they changed it just recently. But you should go there and you should look at, there's a different one. I'll have to look it up and I'll put the link in the description below. But it's amazing and you should definitely check it out because it brings such spirit of peace and love and understanding to yourself, and it helps to, I feel like the scriptures, whether it's the Book of Mormon or the Bible, I read the King James Version, but it doesn't really matter what version you read. As long as you're reading the scriptures and you feel the peace and love of Heavenly Father, I don't care, I feel like being a true Christian, you need to be accepting of everybody, whether they believe in the same things as you or not. And I love the fact that we're all so diverse, because if we were all the same, it would be super, super, super boring. So check out the Book of Mormon if you want. If not, read the scriptures. Either way, you're going to feel that spirit, and you're going to be guided into how to be a better parent, how to be a better spouse, how to be a better person, how to love more, how to be more charitable, how to be more compassionate, more empathetic, more sympathetic. It can help you in so many different areas of your life. And so my goal is to read the Book of Mormon before General Conference, which is in April. Actually the first Sunday in April, so I'm excited for that one. And I also want to study the Joseph Smith history, which is also a part of my religion. But I encourage you to set some really strong goals to help remind you and anyone you come in contact with, really, of what your year is going to be like, what you want your year to be like. And then step 2, pick a song. Because when you pick a song, like this last year, 2019, I felt like that was very much of I got to get through this. My husband medically retired from the military in February. He decided to go back to school. Then he changed his major. And then, we're renovating our home that we're living in so we can sell it in a few years and buy some land and build the home that we want. Because when we got out of the military, it was a whirlwind. We almost weren't able to find a place to live. We almost had to stay with my parents for a while. Then we lost a whole bunch of stuff, like paperwork that we needed to file. It's insane. And then we had to wait for the med board process to finish, and that doesn't happen. You don't get income essentially. From the military you get an income. From the VA you don't get anything for a month or two sometimes. Longer than that for others. So I'm very blessed in that, or we've been very blessed in that. But it's been crazy. We've had to figure out where we're gonna be able to buy food, or if we're gonna be able to buy food, and if we're gonna be able to make our house payment, electricity, water. My kids have no sense of money, and they just, they're 7, 5, 4, 2, and 9 months, so they don't care. To them it's all the same, and so. It's been an exasperating year. So my song is, I'm gonna get through this. The song's I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. Yeah, that song. It's an older song, so if you haven't heard it before, I'll drop the link in the description below so you can hear it, because it's amazing. But that was my song for 2019. And I started homeschooling. So many new things. And when I started homeschooling, it's been insane. And I heard from a friend of mine that the first year is always the hardest. And so I'm excited for this next year to happen, because I know that it's going to be better. So yay! And then, this year, 2020, my song is going to be Jesus Take the Wheel, because I want to be better about following the inspiration given to me. And I want to teach my kids to do the same. And I want to be able to rely on my Heavenly Father instead of depending on myself for a lot of these things. I want to learn to be closer to Him, essentially. Number 3, 5 to 10 positive affirmations. You have to create something you're telling yourself in the mirror that's saying I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am successful, I am supportive, I am a great mother, I am an amazing house cleaner. Say it to myself. I am responsible. Who knows? Some people can be irresponsible. I tend to overplan, so yeah, there you go. I am kind. I am kinder than yesterday. I am motivational. I am inspirational to others around me. I provide love and kindness towards others in need. I help others feel valued. See what I'm saying? You're enforcing your goals, and then you just say it over and over again. At least 10 times a day. Actually, that's not true. I think it's at least 3. But speaking out loud makes it more implanted, more worth it. Stronger, makes them stronger. So I challenge you guys to create goals, create good goals, long-lasting goals that you can create or you can do throughout the year. Find a song, because it'll help remind you of your goals that you've created. When you find a song that connects with your goals, It helps to kind of bring everything back into perspective, and whenever you hear it, you can be like, okay, this is what I want to do. And number 3, positive affirmations. Write them down. Put them on your mirror. Say them to yourself daily, at least 3 times a day, because without them, you will fall back into your normal habits. And did you know that only 20% of people are willing to push themselves out of their comfort zone and to create a better, habits for themselves, to create better habits for themselves, and to create a more of a successful atmosphere in their lives? Be that 20%. Strive for more. And I hope you guys have a happy new year, and you guys had a Merry Christmas. We'll see you next year.